Hey, it says I'm live. Imagine that. All right. Dana's on the back end right now, are going live. This is our second test, and it looks like lip sync might be off a little bit. Maybe not. Um, Now the question also is the uh, is the headset working, or is it coming from the built-in mic on the webcam? So the goal, of course, is to have nice, crisp, clear uh, audio coming through the headset, which again is going to be much better than the mic on the Anchor webcam that I've got. I wonder if I can turn that mic off on the Anchor webcam. That would be really, really cool. Go into my settings and turn that off. So anyway, I doubt anybody's watching this at all. That's okay. What this is our second test run. The first one is probably there now, and it lasted like 2.5 minutes. And on that one, my camera wasn't working at all. So what I was doing at the same time is I was doing a how-to video with Camtasia, even though I didn't have my camera turned on for the how-to video in Camtasia. It wasn't pulling into the web. And I suspect a couple things could be going on. One, I didn't even have the camera plugged in at first. Two, it could have been batting heads with Camtasia and been like, no, we want to use the camera. No, I want to use the camera. So, we might have been batting heads there. That could have been one of the things. Another thing that could have been going on is, again, what you saw was the Elgato Camera Hub, which also is another software application I use for when I want to use my iPhone as a camera, which is great. The image quality on this is really, really nice. That being said, it's not as robust as something like one of these webcams. This Anchor, again, is a beautiful cam, by the way. The Elgato can sometimes have some glitches, so something to kind of keep in mind. So anyway, there's Dana Morrison. He's on. Dana, what's going on? Good to see you. Our first, really first live chat. We did have one again that I just tested, and had some technical difficulties with the camera. So Dana's now on to keep me company here, because chances are no one's going to be seeing this at least live. That's okay. We're just playing with this to see, hey, what is it even possible for us to go live? We've got currently 98 subscribers on the channel. By the way, all you guys if you are watching this and you are a subscriber, thanks for supporting us. It's huge. We really appreciate it. So anyway, this is our first live. And again, we really just wanted to see a two-person live. Good question. Dana's wondering, how do we do a two-person live? Can I pull other people in? Participants, Zero2Income. So that's going to be another question that we'll want to go and figure out how to. Now, I do know that when we're setting it up, it asks, how do we want to, what's what I'm looking for, start the live? Do we want to start it with a webcam or streaming software? And this is where I'm wondering and for people that have done lives, if you happen to be watching this, if you happen to be watching this at the same time that we're on, and if you've done lives and know the answer to this, chime in and let us know. But the other option was to use streaming software. And so this is where I think StreamYard would come into play. And StreamYard is free, by the way. So Dana, I think that you and I could probably pop into StreamYard and use that. And I think that might be how we would do multiple cameras. So that's going to be another one that we're going to want to check out. Let me put it down in my notes, is how do we do, drawing a blank here as I talk. Can't do two things at once. How do we do two cameras? I'll remember that, and I'll watch this afterwards, obviously. How do we do two cameras at once? Two people. So that's going to be important. And we're probably just going to go ahead and stop this right now. Cool. I'm glad that the video is super smooth. By the way, I can't show the actual camera. This new little Anchor I got, for those again that are watching. If you have ever used the Elgato face cam camera, I think I got this on sale for, I want to say, I think I got it for like 70 or 80 bucks. They're usually like 120 to 140. They're highly recommended, but I'll tell you right now, for me, I mean, I just want to throw this, just do a kind of a toss right into the garbage can. That's kind of what I feel about this. I'm not. I kind of cringe taking something like that and doing that. But really, this is junk. I just want to take it and throw it right into the garbage can. And although my name is Sean Elliott, the pro basketball player Sean Elliott and I have nothing in common. He's much taller, can play basketball. I'm much shorter, can't play basketball at all. But this is junk. Anytime I started it, I had to open up the settings and go in and change the lighting. It was always really, really bright every time I started playing it. So if I was to start this stream and it just automatically started playing this, you guys would just be bombarded with light. I'd be all lit up like God's shining light on me type of thing. It was really bad. And every single time I would have to go in and open up the software that comes with it and tweak things down so that it looked properly. This anchor, which is one of my colleagues uses this anchor. It's a Conf 200, I think it is. I got it on sale. By the way, it was on sale Prime Day. I don't know if it's still on sale or not, for $49. I got mine before that, but it had a coupon. And so with tax and everything, it was $58. And I didn't have to do any tweaking when I started. It just works. Now, I did do some zooming in. It does have software that comes with, and I did some zooming in. And I think I might have did a little bit of tweaking with the light. It remembers it though. I don't have to open that software again. It remembers it. So again, this here is like junk. This little anchor, and I say little because it's probably, I don't know, it's probably about the size of that. It's that much small, and you don't have all this here either. I mean, it's just this little tiny thing compared to this. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. So Dana mentioned, if anybody's watching the chat, that GPT, by the way, folks, we have a whole video series on ChatGPT that we've created. If that's something you're interested in, we also have a course on ChatGPT. Dana is the instructor on that course at this point. We may be adding other lessons to that maybe I'll jump into in the future. But at this point, all of the lessons, and I want to say there's probably like 13, 14 lessons in that course. I'll have to open it up and look. Dana, you can pipe in and share on that. But we do have a whole course on ChatGPT. So our focus on Zero2Income is helping you build your business on biblical principles and giving you the systems and processes that you need to take it from zero to income and make it stinking easy. All right. And so a lot of our content on our course, on our channel, on our courses is going to be, what kind of platforms can we use in our business? What kind of the tech stack? All right. And we also like to really focus on things that are going to be cost effective and reasonable. Last thing that we want anybody doing when you start a business is going into debt and making your life stressful when you haven't started making money yet. All right. And so that being said, a lot of these platforms are going to be very, very robust right out of the gate, even the free versions. But like anything, even a paid version, there's going to be some limitations. And so you got to keep that in mind also. All right. So Jitsi Meat, you know what? I was doing some research. Boy, that Jitsi Meat, I read about that also on ChatGPT. It recommended it. And Jitsi Meat is open source like OBS. Those are both free. And I don't know if Jitsi Meat is something, Dana, that you just saw for the first time with ChatGPT. I'd never heard of it before. And I was looking for some alternatives to something. I don't remember what. Don't even remember what it was, but Jitsi Meat came up. Never played with it before, but it sounded like from what ChatGPT was saying, it's pretty solid. So that's kind of cool. But that right there is what we're all about. Is, OBS is free. It can be pretty what's what I'm looking for, intensive as far as getting going. There's a lot of bells and whistles and levers with OBS to be pulling. A lot of configuration type stuff. With OBS, you have I think in OBS terms are scenes. All right, and so scene one would be what you're seeing right here. And I would say, okay, use scene one to show people me while I'm talking, right? And then scene two might be my desktop, all right, which I could share my desktop right now if I wanted to. We can do that in a stream, which is cool. But if we were using OBS, we could say scene two would be desktop one, and scene three would be desktop two. And then you'd have scene three or scene four might be my camera. Maybe I'd have this plugged in and I'd have it up there. So that when I did this, I could like, hey guys, what's going on? This is Sean, right? And so you could have scene four. So that's what OBS allows you to do, which I'm pretty sure I haven't played around with StreamYard. StreamYard allows you to do the same thing. To limited though, with again the free version of StreamYard. But that's what we're all about. When Dana mentioned the Jitsi Meet, and that's JITSI if you're not reading the chat, and I might even be pronouncing that wrong. And OBS, by the way, is Oscar Bravo Sierra, O B as in brother, S as in Sierra, and it stands for Open Broadcast Studio. Those again are free, and that's what we're all about. Is can we find tools for our business that will allow us to get started and get going and building without having to spend a bunch of money in the beginning, when we're still kind of like trying to see, does this thing have wings? When you're trying to do a minimum viable product, hey, I got an idea. Maybe I'm going to have a whole new YouTube channel that's focused on awesome coffee mugs, right? Awesome coffee mugs. I wouldn't want to go in there and start spending a bunch of money. I wouldn't want to go and spend $150 a month on Kajabi to build a course on awesome coffee mugs, right? Not having any audience yet, not knowing if it's something that people are going to be interested in. But hey, I'm going to go pay $150 a month for Kajabi, and while I'm trying to build stuff for the next year and a half, right? And still not making any money. But Kajabi, I'm still putting out all kinds of money for a Kajabi platform. Maybe it's an email platform, and I'm paying another $20 a month for that, right? Maybe you want to do evergreen webinars, and you decided I'm going to go and I'm going to pay for deadline funnels for $60, $70 a month, and I'm going to go and get Everweb or Everwebinars for $80, $90, $100 a month, and you start just adding on all of these things on your business early on. And you haven't even tested if it's something people are interested in. You haven't even started bringing money in. So that's our whole focus, is do things smart, right? Do things smart. So Dana was just saying that he's used OBS for broadcasting basketball games with multiple mics and a couple of cameras when he's worked for a Christian school. Not too sure about getting two people live. We do have a colleague that is pretty, I think, fluent in OBS. And I've used it briefly. First time, I'm going to be honest, first time I used OBS, Dana, I had it going and I was overwhelmed by it. I was like, whoa, this is too much. And I uninstalled it. And then fast forward, I don't know, it might have been 2 or 3 weeks later, kept hearing about OBS, kept thinking about it, as far as maybe challenges I had in my business and how could I, what's the word I'm looking for, solve those challenges. And then OBS came up again as another solution. And I think I was looking at how to stream on Facebook and move between desktops while I'm streaming. Facebook didn't allow, Facebook Lives, I don't think allowed me to do that. And so I was like, let me revisit OBS, and pulled up some YouTube videos on how to use it. And once I started playing with it, I'm like, okay, this is not as bad as I thought. This is okay. There was still I still had some audio sync issues with my mic with OBS. And so that was a little bit of fun. I don't know if I ever solved that or not. But yeah, I mean, we've got a colleague that's pretty fluent in OBS. So I've got a new computer. It's like 2 months old, folks. And I don't have OBS on this one. So I keep thinking about installing it. Just haven't. I'll admit I'm really cautious about installing just tons of software on my computer and gunking it up. I shouldn't be just install it and play with it, but I get concerned. My nose is itching about gunking my computer up. Anyway, so that's where we're at. I think that this was a good test. We've got some more. Again, folks, if anybody's watching this, I'm going to leave this live. I think that's important to just kind of see, hey, this is our first stream we ever did. And, that's the other thing you got to keep in mind when you're building your business, excuse me, when you're building your business, thinking here a little bit, you want to be very, very cautious about analysis paralysis. You want to be very, very cautious about a need for perfection. And you'll notice that maybe I'll go back and edit this video. I'm pretty sure you can edit these. And when you hear this, some of my ums might be gone. When I'm editing videos, I'm taking out those ums. I say way too much. And Dan has mentioned, don't worry about it, just go with it. Other people have said, don't worry about it, just go with it. But if I was to stop and go, I'm not going to do a video until I've got my ums taken care of, I'd probably never start. Okay. If you stop until you have the most perfect webcam or not, most perfect mic or not, you'll never get started. Just get out there and start. Do something. Put something out there. Unless you are out there putting stuff out, people aren't going to show up. You got to take action, okay? And so don't overthink stuff. You definitely want to do your research. Again, we've learned our lessons as far as going out and spending a bunch of money on software. That's like, whoa, we got to, put on the brakes. Let's stop. Let's stop just throwing money out the window. Be careful on paying for high ticket programs also. If you come across somebody who's like, hey, I've got this course on how to have an amazing YouTube channel, sign up now for $5,000. Stop. If you've got the $5,000 sitting around and it's something that's like disposable income, no big deal. It doesn't matter if I ever get that back. Fine. If you don't, be responsible with the money that God's blessed you with. All right. And put on the brakes. Okay. If that's a program that's been around for any length of time, it'll still be there. It'll be there a year from now. It'll be there a month from now. They might do the whole, sign up now or you'll never be able to sign up again. Fine. Just let it go. Sign up now and you can get this $5,000 course for $2,000 or $3,000, but only if you pay for the next 24 hours. Again, stop, put on the brakes, stop. If they want to have you sign up for their program, they'll offer it again in the future. All right. Put on the brakes, go and research other ways of learning this stuff first. Go and find the basics first. All right. Before going out and paying a bunch of money for stuff right away. Just be cautious with your money. All right. God's blessed us with a certain amount of money. Let's be responsible with what he's blessed us with and be cautious. All right. It's so easy to see something and go, that's the answer of all my prayers. Yeah, I'm going to pull out my wallet. I'm going to buy for this. Just stop and go, all right, God, if this is something that's really meant to be, it'll be there next week. And let me go see, what other options. You're going to find stuff on lynda.com. You can access lynda.com with a free library card. Okay. Just go and you go to your county library, go do a search for, I live in this county, go do a search for this county public library, and you're going to find the website. And more than likely, they're going to allow you to apply for a library card right there online and get it right there in your email. and start using it. And most libraries are going to have access to lynda.com, or it's now LinkedIn Learning. Another really low-cost place to go and even has free courses is Udemy, UDEMY, Udemy. Another place. And there's what my colleague calls YouTube University. Just go to YouTube and search for how to have a successful YouTube channel. All right. That's what you're looking for. All right. So pump on the brakes for this stuff. Be responsible. All right. Anyway, that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and close this down. I've chatted and just kind of rambled on here. This is just really a test to see how the live works. Chances are we'll probably be doing more lives. Was just watching a YouTube video of a gentleman who started doing lives. No one showed up, but he just did them. And eventually he started building his channel. And so I think that it can be a good way of just getting on there live. And if anybody does come up, gives them the opportunity to ask questions. Again, and this has given Dana and I the opportunity to kind of see, hey, what do we have to do now to bring 2 cameras in? Great. Now we'll go check out Jitsi or OBS or StreamYard and play with it, right? What was really, really interesting, and yeah, I don't think it worked in the other video. I was trying to catch. Yeah, I did. I did an actual Camtasia video of that, of getting started with the live. So that'll be really, really cool. I'm gonna pop that in there as well. I'm gonna create that. It's gonna be a really rough around the edges video on doing our first live that I actually started walking through the steps. And in those steps, it's just like setting up another video. It even allows you to have a thumbnail. It asks you what tags you want to use. So because the live is going to stay there public, and you can make it public, you can make it unlisted, you can make it private. Very, very similar back end to a regular video. The only thing that it didn't have when I was going through was it didn't have recording date because it's live. So that was, I guess, kind of a pointless thing for them to ask. So, and they didn't. So anyway, that's what we've got. And if you're watching this afterwards, check out, again, I mentioned ChatGPT. We have some ChatGPT playlist. If are you into Brilliant Directories, we have a Brilliant Directories playlist you can check out. Again, we have quite a robust System.io playlist. So go check that as well. So Dana, right now, who else is here? It's just me and you. It looks like it does have, it's saying 2 people, but I wonder if the 2 people is me and you. Excuse me. Sorry, my allergies are going really bad right now. It's just IT Path and Zero2Income are the participants. So anyway, hopefully I can edit out my sniffles. Who else is here? No, it said 1 before. Interesting. Yeah. If you're here, pops to tell us how the quality is. Let's see here. It's interesting. There is, how you can do reactions. They got the heart reaction right at the end of the chat where people are chatting. So you can't read what they're chatting. That's really odd. I wonder if I can pop this out and or minimize reactions. It doesn't let me minimize it. So, yeah. But participants, when I open up participants, it's showing IT Path, Dana Morrison, and Zero2Income, which would be me at this point because I'm logged in with the Zero2Income account. Let's go over here. I think that's it. I'm wondering, there's a drop down, there's an arrow for the chat. Community moderation, so we could moderate stuff if we wanted to. Moderation activity. I wonder what that does. That might keep kind of the bad language down. Moderation activity will be shown. Timestamps. We can turn timestamps on. So I'm going to leave that on, and I'm assuming that'll be in there with the chat with the recording. So again, we're just going to leave this on our channel. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Okay. And okay. So Dana was asking, what app did you use to start the stream? I'm going to go ahead and stream. I'm going to share because it does allow me to share screens. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and that's a good thing to do as well. Sure. And it looks like, there we go. All right. So I'm going to go right over here, and I'm going to open up another window for YouTube Studio, open up a new tab. I'm going to pop this so it's not so confusing and crazy. Did that work? It's interesting. It's still not showing the new screen, and it's not showing share. Okay, so that's the share. Stop sharing. It's interesting. It's not, I don't think it's letting me see the, I actually pulled up just now a different window. And as I'm moving around here, there it goes. There it goes. There's that. So let's try this again. We're going to do a YouTube Studio. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Right here is stream. All right. Right here. If we click on this, go live, it goes live. Let's see what happens when I do that. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. It's actually showing me going live right now. So this is all in the back end. All this is done on the back end. The streaming is all done through YouTube, and it's pretty slick. So I'm going to go ahead and click on stop sharing, which is, if I scroll over here, stream. I wonder if it's going to break stuff. I'm just going to keep this going. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. But as you can see, it's all done when you click on go live in YouTube. It just pulls it up. I mean, it was pretty user friendly. It wasn't that complicated to use. I think there's going to be a learning curve when we try to pull in multiple cameras, because it gives us the option: are you going to use a webcam or are you going to use streaming software? So it might be a little bit of a learning curve there. But yeah, any other questions before we shut this down, Dana? We're going on close to about a half hour. So yeah, minimize that. Minimize that. I got windows open everywhere. Windows open everywhere, everybody. Okay, all good here. Cool. So anyway, yeah. Again, a colleague just brought up, said, Sean, you should check out some doing lives. And I was like, well, we don't really have an audience for lives. And I'm like, but suppose he's supposed to help build a channel. And I'm like, well, okay, we just got to go do them. And I was watching the one live that she recommended going and checking out. And that just talks about right there. He's like, when he was doing lives, nobody was there. So right now it's just Dana and I. And that's probably the way it's going to be for the lives that we do. And the next, handful of lives, it'll just be Dana and I sitting here, talking about stuff. But we want to incorporate this into our channel as well, and give people an opportunity to show up. We'll schedule them. We'll let people know, and give people an opportunity to show up and ask questions. So anyway, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to y'all later.